Hello, everybody. It's Bernie Strum, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, tonight's Friday night, and I may be here by myself, but when I read about Beatles taking a couple of nights off, or however long he's going to take off from broadcasting, I didn't know what to do with myself at 10 o'clock, 10:30 on Friday night, so I decided to come on and talk to myself, play a game, do whatever we had to do. But that's what we're doing. I've been for the last several months, every Friday night or every night for that matter, couldn't wait till 10:30. Beatles got home from work, turned on uh, YouTube, and waited for him to start whatever game he was going to play. Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm not sure anyone's listening, but if no one's listening, that's okay, because what I'm going to do is talk about what I've been thinking of doing. And we've been playing dead ball baseball here now since the middle of July. It's been a lot of fun. And I've been thinking about playing some cards and dice. But the problem with me and cards and dice is the setup, and then you have to score the game. Then you have to accumulate the stats. And none of that really appeals to me. So, what I decided to do, and I think we're going to play a game here on Apago. And it's Apago basically is Appa Basic online, and the cards are there. That you don't have to look up the results. The charts are automatic. They'll give you the results. You play the game. You can print the box score, and then you can input all the box score information into a helper, so to speak, so keep the stats going. Anyhow, I decided to do 1912, which is the season I did at first with Action PC Baseball, and I sort of botched that season. First of all, I simmed the first half of the year because I started late in the year doing dead ball, and when I simmed, it didn't come out real well, and the Red Sox were about at 500, and they were anything but a 500 team in 1912. And of course, I didn't know how to manage. So for the next month or so, I kept getting my ass kicked by not managing properly. And anyway, we finished 20 games out of first place instead of 10 games in first place, which the real team did. So anyway, I thought I'd play some cards and dice 1912. And then when I went to look for a helper, the first thing I thought of was Digital Diamond. And Digital Diamond, of course, Dwayne March uses it a lot. And I said, that'd be great. Well, when I went to check on Digital Diamond, I discovered they didn't have the 1912 season. So there was absolutely no way I could use Digital Diamond. And of course, a lot of veteran people who have been playing cards and dice for a long time use Ball Score and Ball Stat. Well, I tried that about a year ago, and I downloaded it and downloaded the instructions and spent a week trying to figure it out. And I finally gave up. Too complicated for my brain. So as I was looking around, I discovered Stratomatic had all the dead ball seasons, and you can manually input Stratomatic. So I'm going to start, I think, by trying to play the Appa Go baseball game, print out the score sheets, and use the Stratomatic engine to sim the games I'm not going to play and to input the results of the games I do play. Anyhow, let me see what we're doing. Let's load Apago and see what happens. I've only played a few games, but I started the opening day game of 1912, and it should already be set up, so I shouldn't have much of a problem. And I'm going to have to play in the solitaire mode, so that means I'm going to make all the decisions. Okay, what am I doing here? I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. There we go. Well, actually, let me do this. I already set it up, so if I hit this play ball, the game should be there, right? Solitaire games. There it is. I'm not too familiar with that, but I'll figure it out. So here we go. I'm going to broadcast this game. There is no sound with APA-Go, so it's not going to sound the same as Action PC or Out of the Park baseball. But we're going to have a good time with it, so let's join the game. Let's see what we got. There's the screen. There's the card. Of course, anytime you hit on a player, I believe, I think you do it up here. Anytime you hit on a card, the player, you can call up the player card, and there is the APA card. Those are the statistics for both real life and the game. Well, let's get going. I don't know if anybody's going to join me, but let's find out. Okay. This is the Boston Red Sox playing the New York Highlanders on opening day 1912. The Red Sox lineup: Hooper batting first in right field, Yerkes at second, batting second, Tris Speaker in center field, batting third, Stahl at first base, batting fourth, Larry Gardner batting fifth at third, Duffy Lewis batting fifth in left field, Heine Wagner at short, Nonamaker catching, batting eighth, and Smokey Joe Wood pitching and batting ninth. In the outfield for New York, hi, Beatles. Thank you for listening. I think it's me and you. Cree, Daniels, Walter in the outfield, Paddock, Hartzell, Gardner, and that's not the Gardner for the Red Sox. That's a different Gardner. Hal Chase, who's going to be our player of the game, and I did look it up, and I do have a biography on him, unlike this afternoon's game where I kept looking for players I couldn't find. Street catching, Caldwell pitching. You got to hit this button a couple of times. You hit it once to pitch. Here's Caldwell. He gets the sign. He throws. It's a 42. Harry Hooper reaches first base on Ray Caldwell's error. And there's dead ball for you, an error on the first play of the game. Nobody out. First batter reached base. Hooper on first. You click that to advance to the next guy. Steve Yerke's card pops up. And here we go. Caldwell checks Hooper at first, looks in, gets the sign. He throws to Yerkes. It's a 22. Yerkes singles to right field. Harry Hooper is going to round second. He's going to third, and right off the bat, the Red Sox are in business with runners on first and third, nobody out. Really sounds strange without having sound in there, but I may get used to it. Okay, Tris Speaker. Of course, in a cards and dice game, you're not going to have sound. You're just going to listen to those two dice rattling in the yellow APA shaker. Tris Speaker coming to the plate. Tris Speaker bats from the left side. Stepping in against Caldwell. In dead ball, you might think he'd bunt, but I'm going to hit away. So here's the pitch by Caldwell, the Speaker. He rolls a 54. Speaker flies out to Harry Walter. Not deep enough to advance the runners, so both runners have to hold, one down. Jake Stahl stepping in. Stahl, the first baseman for the Red Sox. Runners on first and second. One away. Here's Caldwell's pitch. Stahl singles in the right field. Harry Hooper scores. Yerke winds up at third. It's 1-0 Boston here in the top of the first inning. Not quite the same, Beatles, if you're still here. Listening is when you're on, but I'm doing my best because at 10 o'clock at night here on the East Coast and 7:30 at night on the West Coast, I wanted to go on and either play baseball, talk baseball, do something. Okay, here we go. Runners on first and third. Caldwell looking in to get the sign. Larry Gardner stepping in. Here's Caldwell's pitch. Larry Gardner, it's a long drive, deep to left field. It's back there, and it's over the fence. I can't believe dead ball baseball. In the first inning, we have a home run. It already doesn't feel right with APA baseball. And the Red Sox lead 4-0. Okay, I don't know how long this is going to last, but Caldwell now is going to pitch to Duffy Lewis. Red Sox have a 4-0 lead. Caldwell can't get anybody out. Duffy Lewis, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. Caldwell gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Lewis hits a fly ball to left field. Crease coming in a couple of steps, puts it away. There's now 2 down in the top of the first. I'm not so, boy, this is really foreign. After playing Action PC and out of the park baseball, playing APA Go is really odd. Heine Wagner stepping in. Bats from the right side. Caldwell concentrates on the batter since there's no one on base. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Wagner hits a ground ball. Right back to Caldwell. Picks it up. Throws to Hal Chase at first, and that's the out and the end of the top of the first inning. At the end of one half an inning, it's the Boston Red Sox 4 and the New York Highlanders coming to bat. For the Highlanders, we have Walter in right field batting first, Daniels in center batting second, Hal Chase at first batting third, Cree in left batting fourth, Hartzell at short batting fifth, Paddock at third batting fifth, Gardner at second base at sixth. Street catching batting eighth, and Caldwell pitching batting ninth. I don't know where I lost my train of thought there, but I did lose my train of thought. Let's get it back as we look at Smokey Joe Wood on the mound, who is about to pitch to Walter. Here's the sign. Here's the pitch. Walter hits a ground ball, the short. Wagner up. Over to Stahl. 1 down. Burt Daniels coming to the plate to face Smokey Joe Wood. Wood gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Daniels hits a base hit into left field. Takes a couple of bounces. Lewis picks it up, throws it back into Wagner, and the Yankees have a runner on with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Hal Chase. Quite a story, Hal Chase. I'm sure everybody who follows dead ball baseball knows it. Larry Rice, how you doing? Thank you for coming by. Smokey Joe Wood checks Daniels at first, gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Chase. Daniels is going to steal second base. And there he is. Boy, this is a weird game after you're playing Action PC and out of the park baseball. Okay, Smokey Joe Wood gets the sign. Now has a runner on second base with 1 out. Wood winds. Here's the pitch to Chase. And Chase swings and misses. 2 down. 2 outs, runner on second. Birdie Cree stepping to the plate. Cree bats from the right side. Smokey Joe Wood gets his sign. Looks at Daniels at second. Here's the pitch. Cree hits a fly ball in the right field. Moving over is Hooper. He puts it away for the out. And at the end of 1, Red Sox lead 4-0. Yeah, Larry, the Red Sox are off to a great start. Unfortunately, we had a home run in the first inning. And if we have another home run today, I don't know what we're going to do with this APA Go baseball, but it's interesting. No sound, so it's a little weird. And obviously the plays pop up instantly. So when you do the play-by-play, you're always behind the play-by-play on the screen. But what the heck? Might as well try. Caldwell is now going to pitch to Nunemaker, the catcher. Nunemaker batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. Base hit. Over Hartzell's head into left field. Cree moving to his left, picks it up on a bounce, throws it in, and the Red Sox have their first runner on here in the top of the second. Smokey Joe Wood stepping in. Smokey Joe Wood is a good hitter. He bats from the right side. Caldwell checks the runner. Here's the pitch. And Wood swings and misses for the out. 1 down here in the top of the second. Harry Hooper coming to the plate. Harry Hooper, the right fielder for the Red Sox. This is his second time up. Now, since I don't really play this game, let's see what we can do here. If we click on Hooper here, it says that he is 0 for 1 in the game. Of course, my old eyes are having trouble with this. So let me just check and see what we got. 1 at bat, 1 plate appearance, 1 run scored. There we go. Okay, I'm going to have to get bigger glasses when I do these games. Dwayne, thank you for checking in. Nice to see you. We're trying out APA Go. So far, I'm not so sure I like it, but I like the score. Red Sox lead 4-0. Red Sox have 1 out, runner on here in the top of the second. Harry Hooper stepping in. Here's Caldwell's pitch. Hooper walks. Nunemaker goes to second. Runners on first and second. The New York Highlanders are not doing well here, and it's only the second inning, 1 away. Steve Yerkes is up. Yerkes in 1912, according to his card. Let's see. Batting average. That does say 252, I think. Like I said, my eyes are 72 years old, so it's hard to see. When I click on this here, it says that Yerkes has been up once, and he's got a hit in the game. He looks out at Caldwell. Caldwell checks the runners. Caldwell gets the sign, and here's the pitch to Yerkes. And he is going to ground into a short to second to first double play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Red Sox lead 4-0. Dwayne, I don't know if you've seen Discord yet, but Beatles, I'll let you speak for yourself, but Beatles going to take a little time off here from broadcasting, and so I've got a feeling he's just going to watch, and I decided tonight to come on and fill the spot that Beatles usually fills at 10:30 in case anybody wants to come by and talk. So anything you got to say, just type it into the chat. Hopefully I'll be able to read it. Smokey Joe Wood facing Hartzell. Hartzell, Paddock, and Gardner do up for the Highlanders this inning. Wood's got the sign from Nunamaker, and here's the pitch to Hartzell. Hartzell walks, and he's going to go down to first base. Runner on first, nobody out. Tex Eggs, thank you for stopping by. Thank you very much. More people in this chat than I would have anticipated. Wood checks the runner at first, looks in at Paddock, looks back at first, and here's the pitch. Wood hits the corner, but the catcher is not framing well. Umpire calls back-to-back balls. Nunamaker comes out to the mound to discuss things with Smokey Joe Wood. I guess that means there's 2 balls, no strikes. And as I look at the scoreboard, that's exactly what it says. I'm not sure that APA-Go is going to be good for broadcasting. I think it'll be fun to play because you can get a game done in about 15 minutes. 2 balls, no strikes. Wood gets the sign, looks in at Paddock. Here's the pitch. Paddock hits a ground ball to Gardner, throws him out at first. Hartzell goes to second. 1 away, runner in scoring position is Hartzell as Earl Gardner steps to the plate. There's Larry Gardner at third for the Red Sox, and there's Earl Gardner at second for the Highlanders. Okay, Wood checks the runner at second, gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Earl Gardner. Earl Gardner hits a pop-up. Heine Wagner plants himself under it, waiting for the ball. He squeezes it for the out, 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Charlie Street coming to the plate. Street, his first time up. What did he do? Well, this is his first time up. This is his first time up. Excuse me. Wood gets the sign, checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Charlie Street. And he hits a ground ball right to the first baseman's stall. Steps on the bag. Hartzell goes to third. That makes no sense because that was the third out. Charlie Street grounds out to Jake Stahl. Hartzell advances to third, and obviously that's a flaw in APA-Go. As we go to the top of the third inning, Boston 4, Highlanders nothing. This may be my one and only game with APA-Go. The next one, we'll have to find another game to go to after this. It might be a little easier to call. Okay, Caldwell has allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, and the Highlanders are down 4-0 as we go to the top of the third inning. Speaker, Stahl, and Gardner do up. As we hit this thing for Speaker, Speaker has been up once, no hits in the game, although I might get used to it after a while. Here's Caldwell's pitch. Speaker hits a base hit in the left center field. Daniels and Cree approach the ball. Cree picks it up, throws it in a second, holds Speaker to first base with a base hit. Total Baseball is a great book. I got 3 games in today. 3 books in today. The Baseball Encyclopedia from Stats and a couple of other ones, about 1,800 pages of books I'm going to be reading after this game is over. Runner on first, nobody out. Stahl coming to the plate. As I get used to this, let's see what Stahl did. He's 1 for 1 in the game. Okay, we're getting somewhere. These fonts are too small for me, so I doubt that I'm long for APA-Go. But we're going to get to the end of this game as Caldwell looks in at Stahl. Runner on first, nobody out. And even though Stahl is the 4th hitter, This is dead ball baseball. He's going to bunt. Stahl does his job. Ray Caldwell fields the bunt. Only play is to Al Chase at first. Stahl's thrown out. Tris Speaker advances to second. And in dead ball, the number 4 hitter bunts as often as he hits a home run. Actually, he bunts more than he hits home runs. Caldwell looking back at Speaker, standing on second base as Larry Gardner steps in. It's too much of a pain in the neck to start clicking to see what he did, so I'm just going to be playing this game because I'm only 2.5 innings into it, and I'm not a happy camper with APA Go. Here's the windup and the pitch. Gardner, it's a line drive in the left center field. It splits the outfielders, going all the way to the wall. Speaker's going to score. Gardner's going to end up on second base, and the Red Sox now lead 5-0. Gardner at second. I don't know who's still here, but I'd sure like to know what you guys think of APA Go because I'm less than impressed. Okay, Caldwell up. Duffy Lewis is up. Caldwell on the mound. Caldwell gets the sign. And here's the pitch to Lewis. Lewis walks. Gardner holds second. Runners on first and second. One away here, top of the third. 5-0 Red Sox. Beatles, I agree with you 100%, but I need to tell you something. BBW confuses me. I can play an individual game, but when I get into that other software to do the stats and to do the scheduling, drives me insane. I don't know why. I just don't get it. Can't figure it out. But I love the game, and I love Ernie Harwell. Okay, here we go. Runners on first and second. Top of the third inning, 1 run in for the Red Sox. Heine Wagner stepping in to face Caldwell. I don't know how long Caldwell's going to last, but they lasted a long time in dead ball baseball. Here's the pitch. Wagner grounds into a force out. Hartzell to Gardner. Duffy Lewis is out at second. Gardner advances to third. Wagner is out at first. Wagner's at first. There you go with my eyesight. 2 down. Runners on first and third. Caldwell pitching to Nunamaker. He can put this game away. I don't even know if we're going to get to the last inning. Okay, here we go. Caldwell looks in, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Nunamaker singles over short, driving in Larry Gardner. Wagner goes to third. Runners on first and third. Red Sox lead 6-0. Up to the plate steps Smokey Joe Wood. Wood with runners on first and third, 2 away. Caldwell throws. Okay, yeah. What am I doing here? Caldwell Fields comes. I'm talking to myself. Excuse me. Comebacker to the mound. He flipped to Chase. The Red Sox are already on the field, and I'm a half an inning behind. All right. I've already had enough of this game. Anybody mind if I go somewhere else? I'll wait a minute. I think I'm going to put this game away. It's a cards and dice game. It's made to be played solo, all by yourself, without doing the play-by-play. Okay, we're getting rid of this game. I am not a happy camper. I do not like that game. I like APBA. It's somehow APBA Go and APBA Basic, when you play it on your tabletop, it loses something when it's on a computer. I have no idea why, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm done. Now, unfortunately, Beatles will not be happy with me because I'm going to load one of his favorite games. There it is. I do happen to have 1912. We can play this game. Let's see if Stratomatic's any different. Has anybody played Stratomatic Deadball by any chance? The one thing I like about this is you can set up an exhibition game. They pop the lineups in, and you're on the field.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
You're going to have to forgive me. Okay, that's enough of the national anthem. Although I am a patriotic person, I'm done with that. We have Yankee Stadium from 1980, and we have the New York Highlanders from 1912. I did not have time to put the proper picture in here, but if I do play this again, I will do that. Now, we're going to do a couple of things here. I have this set up to manual entry the play-by-play from APBA Baseball, but we're not going to do that because I am not going to play APBA Baseball. All I needed to do was play APBA Baseball for 2.5 innings to realize I didn't want to play APBA Baseball. So let's just set this up properly. Although this drives me crazy too, looking at those players. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Because we haven't started, we're going to get rid of that. We are going to play the Yankees and the Red Sox, but we're going to do it from Fenway Park. Now, I don't have the correct Fenway Park in here either. However, I have a park that's close enough. Now you know what I do on Friday nights when I'm sitting there by myself.
Welcome to the stadium.
We don't have to hear that a second time. Here we go. This is Fenway Park from the 1930s. A little bit better than having a modern-day Yankee Stadium. For the Red Sox, in the field we have Gardner at third, Wagner at short, Yerkes at second, Stahl at first, just like the other game. Lewis in left, Speaker in center, Hooper in right. Kerrigan catching, Wood pitching. For the Yankees, we have Daniels batting first, Chase batting second, Zinn in right field batting third, Walter in center batting fourth, Hartzell at third batting fifth. Schrump, is that his name? I can't see it, it's too small. I'm going to wait for the rest of those guys when they get up. I can read it here. Daniels steps in against Smokey Joe Wood. Here's the pitch. He bunts the ball. Stahl picks it up. Fires the first, but Daniels is safe. He's on first base. with a bunt single here in the top of the first inning. Chase stepping in. Here we go. Wood fires, excuse me. Chase is bunting, and now there's going to be runners on first and second. Chase beat out the bunt. I've never broadcast a Stratomatic game, so this is just as confusing as APBA to me, but here we go. Stepping in. Zinn batting from the left side. Smokey Joe Wood winds. He fires. There's a ball hitting in the right field. Wolverton's going to send the runner home. Throw for the lead runner. No way. Stop the other runners from advancing. And right off the bat, the Yankees are ahead, 1-0. Zinn at first. Chase at second. Smokey Joe Wood getting hit. 2 bunts and a base hit to right field. Walter stepping in from the left side. Wood gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. He walks him. Bases are loaded. Roy Hartzell stepping in. Wood in trouble here in the top of the first inning. He winds. He fires. What is that going to do? That's a triple. This is as bad as APBA Go. Hartzell's on third. Had no clue what that was going to do until it disappeared into the triangle in right center field. Runner on third. Now it's 4-0 Yankees. I guess it was 4-0 Red Sox in the last game. They batted first. I guess it's fair enough. I may not even get through 1 inning of this. Wood throws a stump. It's into center field. Runner scores from third. I don't even like this game either. This is so much fun. Goodbye. I'm glad I came on today. At least I'm talking to myself and a few other guys here online. Well, I've now convinced myself that I don't like either one of these games. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to play a game from 1914, but not my out of the park baseball game. We're going to play Boston at Washington on the 27th. This is the game I played earlier today on out of the park baseball. Red Sox went 15 innings and won 5-2. We're going to play it on Action PC baseball, and I'm finally going to be comfortable. Let me set this up. There we go. Load the lineups. These are as played lineups. World's Worst Gamer. Yankees were winning. I shut it off because I'm trying out these different games. And APBA Go lasted 3.5 innings. Strat PC baseball didn't even last an inning. There's almost impossibility for me to call those games without any practice. So here we are, Action PC baseball, Griffith Stadium in Washington, D.C.
Play ball!
For the visiting Red Sox, Harry Hooper in right batting first, Engel at first batting second, Speaker at third batting batting third at center, Lewis in left batting fourth, Janvrin at third batting fifth, Yerkes at second batting sixth, Everett Scott at short batting seventh, Thomas catching batting eighth, and Rube Foster pitching batting ninth. In the outfield, we have Howie Shanks in left, Milan in center, Muller in right, Eddie Foster at third, McBride at short, Ray Morgan at second, the famous Chick Gandil at first, catching John Henry, pitching Joe Burling. And here we go. Burling looks in at Hooper. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to left field, base hit. Where's the sound? We need to turn the sound up a little bit. Well, its sound is up. Oh, well. Runner on first. Stepping to the plate, Clyde Engel. Engel batting .231 in this replay. Bowling gets his sign from Henry. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to first base. Gandil up with it. He's going to throw this short for one. No play at first. One away on a fielder's choice. Tris Speaker stepping in, batting an uncharacteristic 167 in this early season for the Red Sox. Bowling checks the runner on first. Here's the pitch. He throws to first. Engel gets back in time. Bowling sets. Pitches to Speaker. And there's a bounding ball in the right field. Base hit for Speaker. Send Engel to third, a 58% chance. Let's see what happens. We're only having fun. Speaker is going to stay at first. Here comes the throw. Engel and the ball going to get there at the same time. He is safe. Speaker goes to second anyway. There's runners on second and third. Duffy Lewis stepping in with runners in scoring position. Ken Castro steps in to the experiment tonight, playing an exhibition game. How are you, Ken? Thank you for coming by. Runners on second and third. Duffy Lewis up on a 10-game hitting streak. Boeing winds and fires.
Strike three.
There we go. 2 down. Runners on second and third. Nobody in yet for the Red Sox. Hal Janvrin stepping in, batting 167 on the season. In real life, he hit 241. Here's Boeing's pitch.
Strike three.
And he gets out of it. And there is the sound as the Red Sox go down swinging. They do not score in the top of the first, despite having runners in scoring position with only one out. At the end of one half an inning, the Red Sox nothing, and the Senators coming to bat. Rube Foster on the mound for the Red Sox. He's 2-0 on this season, 14-8 in real life. The batting order for the Senators, we have Moeller in right field batting first, Foster at third batting second, Milan in center batting third, Gandil at first batting fourth, Morgan at second batting fifth, Shanks in left batting sixth, Henry catching batting seventh, McBride at short batting eighth, and Bowling the pitcher batting ninth. In the outfield for the Red Sox, you've heard me say it enough. I can do this blindfolded. Lewis, Speaker, and Hooper in the outfield. Janvin, who we don't see too often, is at third. Scott at short. Yerkes at second. Engel at first. Pinch Thomas catching. Rube Foster pitching. Stepping in is Muller. Foster throws. Fly ball in the left field. Lewis puts it away for the out. One down. Eddie Foster stepping in, batting a paltry 138 in this young season. Foster winds and throws. Bounding ball to third. Janvin up with it. He's going to throw to first. It's going to be close. It is not going to be in time. He is safe. I could even call that. Runner on first. First hit of the game for the Senators. Clyde Milan stepping in, hitting .250. Rube Foster looks at the runner. Gets his sign from Thomas. Here's the pitch. It's popped up. It is going to be out of play. It was in the stands. Thomas could not get it. I'd like to send him, but the computer is managing the Senators. Here's Foster's pitch. He sent him anyway. There's the throw. He's safe at second, but the batter struck out. 2 outs now with a runner on second base, and Chick Gandil due up. Gandil hitting .214. That was Foster's first strikeout of the game. Excuse me. Foster winds. He fires. Bounding ball to short. Scott up with it. Over to first. He is going to be an error on the play. He's going to be safe at first. There we go. The first error of the ball game. Fortunately for the Red Sox, no one scores. There's only going to be runners on first and second, as that error is charged to the second baseman, Yerkes. Foster checks both runners, gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Morgan. Bounding ball right back to the mound. And there is going to be another error. The Red Sox are booting the ball all over the place. Senators lead 1-0. 2 errors in the game so far for the Red Sox, and 1 run for the Senators. This is dead ball baseball. Okay, Rube Foster, who just cost himself a run by not being able to make the play, will face Howie Shanks, a 120 hitter. When you have a lot of 120 hitters in your lineup, errors are important. Foster checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Fly ball in the right field. Hooper going back. He's going to put it away for the out to end the inning at the end of 1. Senators lead 1-0.
Not good. Not good.
Okay, here we go. Top of the second inning. Excuse me, I was just reading the chat, see if there's anything I needed to talk about. We have Yerkes, Scott, and Thomas due up to face Bowling. Here's the pitch. It's a base hit in the center field. Yerkes, who's batting over 300 for the year, gets on, and the first runner is on for the Red Sox. Everett Scott stepping in. He's batting .333 for the season. Yerkes at first. Nobody out. That means we're going to bunt. But I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to try to bunt for a hit. There's the bunt in front of the mound. The catcher's up with it, throws to second. No throw to first. Force play at second. One down. So much for my sacrifice. Pinch Thomas is up, batting .231. Bowling now has Everett Scott at first base. One away. Bowling checks the runner, throws. Bounding ball is short. McBride up with it. Over to Morgan for one. Over to first. A long way, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. At the end of 1.5, 1-0 Washington. Okay, bottom of the second inning. We have Henry, McBride, and the pitcher due up. Bowling facing Rube Foster. Rube Foster, in real life, he had a great season, 14-8, 1.70 ERA, but he's a little higher than that. But it's early in the season. He's got plenty of time to work it down. He gets his sign. Here's the pitch to John Henry. Henry hits a bounding ball to short. Scott up with it. Over to first for the out. One down. I got to find a better Griffith Stadium for this 1914 season. That infield is very big, and that throw takes a long time to get there. George McBride stepping in, batting .222. Foster gets the sign. Here's the pitch. There's another ground ball right into left field past Scott. McBride will be on first. One down, runner on first, and the Senators are at it again. The pitcher, Bowling, due up, stepping in from the left side. Foster checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball on an attempted bunt, although it says he swung, so I guess he swung away. Foster gets the sign. He throws. And there's a bounding ball to short. Scott up with it. Yerkes for one over to first. A double play, and the inning is over. At the end of 2, it's the Senators 1, the Red Sox nothing. We go to the top of the third inning. Foster, followed by the top of the order. Hooper and Engel due up to face Bowling. The Red Sox have no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. Senators 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. Those errors are the difference in today's game. Bowling gets his sign. He winds. He fires. There's a ground ball to third. Foster up with it. The long throw to first base. They got him, one down. Harry Hooper stepping in. What I like about Appa, Hooper grounded a single between third and short. Oh, so much easier to broadcast this game. Harry bats from the left side. Bowling's a left-handed pitcher. He winds, he fires. There's a bounding ball. It's going to get through into left field, his second hit of the day. And Hooper lines up at first base. Clyde Engel stepping in. 1 out, 1 on. And Ken Castro, guess what I'm going to do? We're going to steal second. Let's see if he makes it. There's the throw. It's in the center field. Not only does he make it, he made it to third. And now the Senators have made an error, and the Red Sox have a runner on third base, 1 out, and they're looking to tie the game as Clyde Engel looks in. Bowling throws to Engel. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to short. McBride up with it. Send Hooper home. Safe chance 80%. I think that's pretty good. Throw's going to be to first. They're going to get the batter. The runner's going to score, and the Red Sox have tied the game at 1. Tris Speaker coming up, hitting 189. I didn't think he ever hit 189, even early in the season. Nobody on, 2 away. Red Sox with a run in. Game now tied up. Bowling gets his sign. Pitches to Speaker. Speaker hits a bounding ball to short. McBride up with it. Over to first. Innings over at the end of 2.5. We're all tied at 1. And if this is going to be a 15-inning game, I'm going to fast play it at the end because I'm not going 15 innings twice in one day. Here we go. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the order, Muller followed by Foster and Milan due up. Danny Muller flied to shallow left field his first time up. Rube Foster throws.
Strike 3.
And Eddie Foster strikes out. Excuse me, not Eddie Foster. Muller strikes out. They move that batter in there pretty quick. Rube Foster facing Eddie Foster now. Eddie Foster singled on the infield his first time up. Rube Foster winds. He throws the ball. It's a ground ball to third. Janvrin's up with it. He's going to throw to first. He's going to be in time. 2 away. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd. Clyde Milan stepping in. The center fielder struck out his first time up. Rube Foster settling in. Here's the pitch.
4.
He walked him. Runner goes to first. Chick Gandil stepping in, of the White Sox fame. Rube Foster looks at the runner, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Milan steals second base. His 4th steal of the season. Now there's a runner in scoring position. Chick Gandil stepping back in to the batter's box. Foster checks the runner. He throws. Bounding ball right back to the mound. Over to first. Innings over, and the Senators don't score as we go to the top of the 4th. We're all tied at 1. Ken, I don't think you were in here earlier today, this evening, when I tried APA Go. It was a disaster. As much as I like playing the APA cards and dice game, I hated APA Go. Excuse me. Duffy Lewis stepping in, followed by Janvrin and Yerkes. Bowling today has allowed 1 run, 4 hits. He gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Lewis.
Ball 4. Take your base.
He walks him. Lewis trots down to first base. That was his first walk of the game. Hal Janvrin stepping in. He struck out his first time up. Lewis on first base. And here's the pitch. Is a hit and run. And there's a pop-up. The catcher settling under it. Let's see if he's going to have room. It's in the crowd. Well, that didn't work. No balls, 2 strikes. That takes care of the bunt. Bowling's pitch. He throws to first. He thought I was going to steal. He thought I was going to steal then, too. How many times will he throw over? He picked him off. There, I missed that one. You got to be quick to keep up with this game. Lewis picked off at first base. Nobody on. 1 out. Here's Janvrin's pitch. Fly ball into deep left field. Shanks moving over, and he makes a great play, puts it away for the out. 2 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the fourth. Steve Yerkes stepping up to the plate. He lined a single up the middle his first time up. Bowling gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball right up the middle. It's in the center field for a base hit. Steve Yerkes gets his second hit of the day. Runner on first, 2 away. Everett Scott, the shortstop, stepping in, batting .324, his rookie season. Bowling checks the runner at first. Looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to first baseman Gandil. He's going to take it himself to the bag. The inning's going to be over, and we go to the bottom of the fourth, all tied at 1. Excuse me. My cold is hanging in here a little bit today. Hopefully my voice will hold out till the end of the game. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, Morgan Shanks and Henry due up to face Rube Foster. Rube Foster only allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It scored on an error. Foster looks in, throws. Fly ball to center field. Chris Speaker looking under. He's got it for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Howie Shanks hitting a mighty 115, stepping in. Foster has the sign. Here's the pitch. Shanks hits it to left field. Lewis moving back to his left. He puts it out. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Foster can use an easy inning as John Henry stepping in. He's 2 for 17, batting .118. That's better than the 0 for 18 he is in the out-of-the-park baseball league. Here's Foster's pitch. There's a bloop in the right field that's going to drop in for a base hit. Henry rounds first, goes back to the bag as the ball's thrown into Yerkes. The Senators have their 3rd hit of the game. Runner on first. 2 away with George McBride coming up, batting .250. Foster checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball right back to Foster. He throws to first. That was even though it doesn't say a great play, it looked like a great play to me, and the inning's over at the end of 4. We're still tied at 1. Okay, here we go. Top of the 5th inning. Almost halfway through the 3rd attempt at an exhibition game today. We have Thomas, Foster, and the top of the order Hooper due up to face Bowling. Here's the first pitch. Bounding ball. It's in the left field. Base hit for Thomas. Thomas's 4th hit of the season. He will be on first base as the pitcher Foster steps up to the plate. The first baseman and third baseman playing in for the bunt, and they're going to get it. Thomas at first. Here's the pitch. There's the bunt. Looks foul. Let's see if it is foul. It isn't going to be foul. One away is a force play. Foster is at first. I guess we need some adjustments in the field. 1 out. The pitcher on first base, Rube Foster. Harry Hooper steps in. Hooper today has grounded a single into left field twice today. Runner on first. Here's the pitch.
Strike 3.
Goes down swinging. 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. Rube Foster still on first base with Clyde Engel stepping up to the plate. Engel grounded to first and grounded to short in his 2 plate appearances today. Bowling gets the sign, doesn't bother to check the runners. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball into left field, base hit. Engel on with a single. Foster's going to third. Runners will be on first and third with 2 away and a chance for Tris Speaker, the best hitter on the team, to put the Red Sox ahead. Hi, Legends. Nice to see you come in. Okay. Runners on first and third. Joe Bowling up. By the way, in case you're curious, the reason I'm playing a parallel season with 1914 with Action PC Baseball, although I'm broadcasting out of the park, I'm playing this in case anything goes wrong with my other season. I can just switch over. I'll have a season already up to date. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but some way it made some sense to me. Joe Bowling looking in at the batter, gets the sign. Tris Speaker staring down the pitcher. Here is the pitch. There's a fly ball in the right field. He puts it away for the out. The right fielder makes the play. The inning is over, and at the end of 4.5, we're still tied at 1. Michael Silva checks in. Thank you, Michael, for coming by. If I missed you the first time around. Here we go in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitcher Bowling is due up, followed by the top of the order, Muller and Foster. Rube Foster for the Red Sox on the mound. Only allowed 3 hits today. Both pitchers have allowed a run. Foster's run is unearned. Okay, he gets the sign. He throws to his counterpart. Bowling, it's a pop-up. Looks like it's in foul territory. Engel moving over behind the sign. And it's in foul territory. It's a souvenir, and there's 1 and 2 on the batter. He gets to live again. Here's Foster's pitch. Bounding ball right back to the mound. Foster up with it, throws to first. He's got him. 1 down. Top of the order, Danny Muller is up. Muller today has flied to shallow left and struck out. Here's Foster's pitch. Bounding ball up the middle. Yerkes backhands it. Throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Eddie Foster stepping in to face Rube Foster. Eddie Foster today has singled to the infield and grounded to third. Here's Rube Foster's pitch. That's a bounding ball up the middle. Yerkes backhands that one. He's going to throw to first, gets him by a couple of steps, and at the end of 5 innings was tied at 1. This seems to be what happened in the first game. We were tied at 1 until the 15th inning. I can assure you we're not going 15 innings tonight. And you're right, Beatles, there were no souvenirs in dead ball. So that is a mistake on the part of Action PC Baseball. They would have thrown the ball back in. Most games they played, I've read, with the same ball the entire game. Michael Silver, I am 1,000% more interested in dead balls since I joined the community. Well, Michael, that's what happened to me. I had never played a dead ball game until I found Beatles channel. Watched a few games, and I got hooked. You know, I've been following baseball for 60 years, and I've been following it pretty closely. It was, quite frankly, starting to get a little boring to me. And to find dead ball baseball with all these new players, to me anyway, and to find the way that, see the way they play baseball, it's a whole different game, sort of rejuvenated me. To be honest with you, I'd rather play a dead ball simulation than watch a real baseball game. Of course, unless it's the Red Sox, which I'm hooked on. Okay, here we go. Top of the 6th inning. Lewis, Janvrin, and Yerkes due up. We're in a pitcher's duel, which is what dead ball is all about. Bowling gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to first. Gandil takes it, steps on the bag. Lewis's 10-game hitting streak is in jeopardy as he is out. Hal Janvrin stepping in. I need to investigate this. I'm guessing that Larry Gardner must have been injured early in the year, which is the reason he's not playing for the Red Sox. Anyway, I'll have to look it up later. Bowling gets the sign. Janvrin, here's the pitch. He hits a bounding ball to second. Morgan up with it over to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. As Bowling will now face Steve Yerkes, who's had a great day. He's hitting .400 on the year. He lined a single up the middle in the 1st inning, and he grounded a single up the middle in the 2nd inning. That's not the 2nd inning. He did it in the 4th inning. 2nd and 4th. Okay, here we go. As I ramble on. At my age, I can't believe I'm not asleep. Bowling gets the sign. Yerkes taps his bat on home plate. Here's the pitch. There's a bounding ball up the middle. Bowling stabs it. This one's not going into center field. Throws to first. He's out. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 1. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Washington Senators will send up Milan, Gandil, and Morgan to face Rube Foster. Foster gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to Foster. He's going to throw to first. He's going to get the runner. And 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. That happened so fast. Didn't even have time to call it. Chick Gandil stepping in. Gandil grounded to short and grounded to the pitcher. There's been a lot of ground balls to the pitcher today. Foster gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Pops it up. Speaker moving to his right. Catches it on a dead run. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Ray Morgan has grounded to the pitcher. He was safe on an error. Everyone's grounded to the pitcher today. He's flied to left center. Rube Foster throws. And that's the end of the inning. At the end of 6, we're tied at 1. Okay, a sip of water will take me to the top of the 7th inning, where the Red Sox will send Scott Thomas and Rube Foster to the plate against Bowling, who's allowed 7 hits, 1 run today. Bowling gets the sign. Here's the pitch. There's a bounding ball to second base. Morgan into his right, throws to Gandil. 1 down as Scott is out by a mile. Pinch Thomas due up. Thomas grounded to short and grounded a single in his 2 times up today. Bowling throws. Fly ball in the right field. Muller under it, puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down as this game's moving right along. 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Rube Foster, the pitcher, due up. Has he done anything today? He's grounded to third, and he bunted to third, forcing Thomas at second base. Oh, yeah, right. He's the guy that bunted foul, according to the photo, but it was fair. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to short. McBride up with it. He's out at first. 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. I have no idea where I got this picture of Griffith Stadium with the lights in the background. It's terrible. I think I didn't know I was going to play this game here today, or I would have replaced this. So, first thing I'm going to do when I go off the air is find a better Griffith Stadium. Bottom of the 7th inning. Shanks leads off, followed by Henry and McBride. Rube Foster pitched 73 pitches so far. He's good for, what's it say there? 150 pitches. He's going to be pitching for a while. Speaking of pitching, here's the pitch. Bloop into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Howie Shanks singles. The go-ahead run is on first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. John Henry stepping in. John Henry batting 167. John Henry, who happens to be the name of the guy that owns the Boston Red Sox, grounded a short single to right. His 2 times up today. Foster checks the runner at first, but before we do that, we're going to bring the corners in because it's dead ball. Here's the pitch. Oh, he's going to steal. He's safe. I think I can put the runners back. Infield is at normal depth. Shanks is at second base, his first stolen base of the year. John Henry stepping in. Foster glances back at Shanks. Here's his pitch. Fly ball in the left field. That is going to be put away by Lewis for the out. Bill Kerrigan is, in case anybody wants to know, is the manager of the Red Sox. There's a 1% chance of throwing him out at third. And the go-ahead run goes to third base with only 1 out here in the inning. McBride is up, and we are going to intentionally walk him. Runners at first and third. I'm going to play in at the corners. If it's the first to third, hopefully we can get Shanks at the plate. Excuse me. And if it's hit to second or short, hopefully we can get a double play. Foster looks in. Here's the pitch. Ground ball into right field. None of those things happen. The Senators take the lead. Bowling does himself a favor and knocks in the go-ahead run. McBride holds at second. Runners on first and second, 1 away. Top of the order, Muller's due up. And unfortunately, I'm bringing those corners in again. I can't imagine, but there could possibly be a bunt coming up here. Here's Foster's pitch.
Strike 3. You're
Well, takes care of the bunts. Infield goes back to normal depth. Legends, thank you. I've had this mic sitting here and I hadn't been using it for 6 months, so I thought I'd hook it up. Rube Foster now find himself trailing 2-1, is facing Eddie Foster, the third baseman. I've been ignoring what these guys have been doing, so let's check. Eddie Foster singled in the first. In the third, he grounded to third, and in the fifth, he grounded to second. Here's Foster's pitch.
Strike 3.
He bared down, he got him. The inning is over. And at the end of 7, it's the Senators 2, the Red Sox 1. Well, I didn't want to let the mic age too long. At 72, you never know. Legends, I see you use OBS software. That's another thing I couldn't figure out. I played around with OBS software for days. I just couldn't get it, so I'm using StreamYard, which isn't as good as OBS, but it's easier to use. Here we go, top of the eighth inning, top of the order for the Red Sox. Cooper, Engel, and Speaker due up to face Joe Bowling, who knocked in the go-ahead run in the seventh inning. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to third. Eddie Foster up with it. It seems like this throw's going to take forever to first, but he's going to get him. One down. Coming up, Clyde Engel. Engel's got a couple of hits today, I think, right? Grounded to first, grounded to short. He's got a hit his last time up. Red Sox need a base runner badly. Bowling gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That looks like a line drive right to the third baseman. He's out. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the eighth inning. Foster put that away with a good catch. Just Speaker due up. Speaker today grounded a single in the first inning. In the third, grounded a short, and then flied to right center in the fifth. Red Sox need this guy to get on desperately, and here's the pitch to Speaker. Fly ball in the left field. Howie Shanks backing up. Puts it away for the out, and we're going to go to the bottom of the eighth inning. Senators lead 2-1. Here in the bottom of the eighth inning, Senators would sure like to get an insurance run off of Rube Foster. Milan, Gendel, and Morgan due up. Rube Foster now has thrown 95 pitches. He could throw another 10 innings. Speaking of throwing, here's the pitch. And he walks him. Milan goes to first base as Chick Gandil stepping in. You don't think he's going to bunt? I don't think he's going to bunt. Foster checks the runner at first. He may try to steal, however. Foster throws over, gets back. They always run the second time. How about a pitch out? And there he is, standing at first base. As I outsmart myself, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, we're going to throw to him now. Here's Foster's pitch. Fly ball. Left field, Lewis under it. Hardly had a move, put it away. Well, we might as well throw. We got nothing to lose, right? He's going to tag up and go to second. Let's see what happens. He looks, he dropped the ball. He's safe. An error on Duffy Lewis in left field. That must have, if there's an error on that play, that must have meant he would have been out. Here we go. Runner on second. 1 away. Excuse me, runner on third. As I'm staring at the play, Milan went to third. He is the an insurance run for the Senators. We're going to bring the infield in. I don't want to allow any runs. Ray Morgan stepping in. Grounded to the pitcher, flied to left center, struck out. As I'm losing my voice, I'm going to talk less. Here's Foster's pitch. Ground ball right back to the mound. Now that was quite a throw. He's out. I guess this field needs to be calibrated. 2 away. We got the runner coming home. There's a runner on first. I have no idea how that happened. I think I saw something like that on one of Beatles' broadcasts the other day. 2 away, bottom of the 8th inning. Howie Shanks stepping in. Runner on first. Here's Foster's pitch. Pops it up. Center fielder Speaker puts it away. And at the end of 8, the Senators lead 2-1. Okay. Red Sox last chance. Lewis, Chandran, and Yerkes due up. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Lewis has a 10-game hit streak on the line. He struck out, he walked, he grounded to first. Let's see what happens. Bowling throws.
Strike 3.
And there goes the 10-game hitting streak unless this goes into extra innings. 1 down. Hal Janvin stepping in. He struck out. Fly deep down the left field line. He grounded to second base. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. McBride up with it. Throws to first. And the Red Sox are down to their last out. I'm happy this is my backup league because I don't really care if they win. Steve Yerkes. Yerkes got a hit today, didn't he? Yes, he lined a single in the second inning. Grounded a single up the middle in the 4th and grounded to the pitcher. His last time up. Joe Bowling on the verge of pitching a complete game. 2-1 victory. Gets his sign. Throws. There's a fly ball to right field. Muller's got this one in his glove. Game is over. Washington Senators beat the Boston Red Sox 2-1. The box score, which I'm not really interested in because these games don't count in my brain, but we'll take a look. I'm more interested in the pitching lines. 9 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, struck out 4, walked 1 through 114 pitches. Rube Foster, almost as good, 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, struck out 5, walked 3. That's the game. We're going to exit. We're back here. So you tell me, was it fun? Tonight, we've been on for what? A little over an hour. Here's what I figured out. I'm not going to play Appa Go. And if I play Appa, it'll be with the cards and dice on the tabletop. I am not going to play Stratomatic PC baseball, although those 2 games, both Appa Go and Stratomatic PC baseball, would be okay if I wasn't broadcasting. Both those games, in my opinion, are inferior to broadcasting with Action PC and out-of-the-park baseball. Thank God. I think that has to do with Stratomatic, as far as I can tell. Right, Beatles? Good night, Texags. Thank you for coming by. I got a bigger crowd here than I thought. Well, I'm going to stop fooling around with those other 2 games. I'm going to stick to what I know. This has been fun. I'm glad I could fill in for Beatles tonight, and everybody had a place to go and talk. I noticed the chat was pretty lively tonight. And if I don't see anybody else dropping in, Saturday night, Beatles never used to broadcast anyway, so I'm not going to be on tomorrow night. But I'll check the other nights, and if nobody's broadcasting between 10 and 10:30 and Legends doesn't have a game, I'll come on. I'll play some silly thing, and we all can sit and talk. Anyway, I want to thank Dwayne Martz, Clinton Parks, Beatles Eternally, Legends, Tex Eggs, Michael Silva. Scrolling down, I think I got almost everybody. I think that's it. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Beatles, I'm glad you joined the group today. It was nice to see you typing, if not hear your voice. I'm going to have to get used to not hearing it, but I hope you're back soon. Anyway, hope everyone has a wonderful Friday evening, a nice weekend, and maybe we'll catch you on Sunday. Good night, everybody.